Welcome back to more SAO Lost Song. I'm not going to call it the full name because it is too long. Last time we finished the first air quotes dungeon, but it was more like 2 rooms. It took longer to actually get to the dungeon than actually go in the dungeon and kill everything in it, because you have to fight a freaking wyvern just to get into the dungeon. But now we are going to take a break and do this little thing, which I was super excited about before, but not so much.
アスナとユイか。今ドアを開けるからな。ユイ、いきなり抱きついてきて。
突然押しかけてごめんね。
構わないよ。
パパにお願いがあるんです。
ん？何でも言ってみろ。
パパとママと私の3人で写真を撮りたいんです。
3人で？そうか、家族写真か。
私もみんなで写真撮りたいな。
そうだな。じゃあどこで撮ろうか。
せっかくだから景色のいい場所がいいよね。
景色のいい場所。街の中じゃなくてフィールドの方がたくさんありそうだな。まずは撮影場所を探しに行くか。はい、
3人で空のお散歩ですね。ゆいちゃんすごく楽しそう。早速出発です。
Yeah, this wasn't exactly the event I thought it was. I thought it was going to be a different event, but oh well.
なかなかピンとくる場所がないな。
なんだかこの辺のフィールドを閑散としてるよ。
別の場所を探すか。
どうしたの？
あれ、見てみろよ。
クエストが発生してますね。
なんでこんな人気のないところに NPC が立ってるんだろう。
ちょっとキリトくん。パパはこういう珍しいクエストに目がないですからね。もうキリトくんってば。ゆいちゃん。いえ、みんなで冒険するのも楽しいです。私はパパとママとまたこの世界で一緒にいられるだけでとっても嬉しいんです。私もだよ。写真はいつだって撮れます。だから今はパパのところに行ってあげましょう。そうだね。キリトくん、置いてかないでよ。
ごめん、つい。
それでクエストやるんでしょ？
いいのか？はい、
みんなで挑戦しましょう。キリトくんよりずっと大人だね。
それじゃあ
NPC が困っているみたいですね。パパ、話しかけてみてください。
わかった。どうしたんですか？
ああ、若者よ。話を聞いてくれるか？
はい。
以前はな、ここら一帯は美しい自然に囲まれた村だったのじゃ。しかし今ではこのありさま。水が干上がって大地は痩せ、村人もいなくなってしまった。それもこれもみんなあの怪物のせいじゃ。あいつが現れてから川の水がせき止められてしまった。若者よ、どうか怪物を倒して村を救ってはくれないか。
なるほど、討伐系クエストみたいだな。わかりました。任せてください。
おお、ありがとう。
その怪物はどこにいるんですか？
ああ、もともと川の上流だったところに居座っておる。
会話が終了したみたいだな。次は川の上流に行けばいいのか。
地面の傾斜的にあっちの方ですね。
よし、行ってみよう。
And this is the monster in question. Well, actually that is, but
あそこにいるのが例の怪物か。
川をせき止めるだけあってかなり大きいわね。あのモンスターは体が大きいので敏捷性は高くないようですね。 一撃一撃をちゃんと見極めてステップで避ければ大丈夫だと思います。そうなんだ。ゆいちゃん、ありがとう。パパとママのことを全力でサポートします。
ゆいがいると心強いな。さ、
Basically, this quest is just fighting monsters, not what I thought it would be. We'll get to it eventually, but I was hoping it'd be earlier in the game than it actually is. But anyway, what was I gonna say? Yeah, slimes are basically standard RPG enemies. I can't think of a single game that has doesn't have some sort of low-level enemy equivalent. Since Dragon Quest, it kind of became a thing. To have some low-level monster, mostly slimes, just because it's kind of a stereotype now. Pattern. It should probably boost magic, actually, now that I know how. Ow. Yeah, I thought the quest would be introducing a new character, who's actually one of my favorite characters, by the way, but it's a little later. Couldn't be too far in, because I remember seeing videos of the battle, and it apparently happens pretty early on. So yeah, obviously this is a quest where we have a fixed party, but I was playing Asuna anyway, so obviously it just defaulted to her. Probably if I wasn't playing any of the main characters of this quest, I probably would have just defaulted to Kirito, I would assume. Let's see. Actually, why am I not using magic? What am I doing? Float, and then just camp and shoot. Wow, this is actually kind of cheap way to do this fight. I'm not able to lock on, interestingly. I don't know why. And actually, I don't know what would be the best way to fight this thing. To take out the small slimes first, or bigger slimes first. In any case, this seems to be going pretty quickly. Health-wise, they're going down pretty fast. The small ones. So I'm not entirely used to the controls yet, oddly enough. They're kind of not entirely intuitive. They work pretty okay, but they're just not intuitive. Sometimes dodging doesn't work like you want. Sometimes you don't dodge away, sometimes you dodge into attacks. The direction you actually dodge seems to be kind of random too, I find. Anyway, we're doing pretty well in this fight. I think. I can't tell if we're doing badly, actually. I mean, they're pretty comparable levels where we're at, because we're at like level, it says 116. These enemies are like level, oh, that's one's actually level 50, okay. The one who's taking so long to actually take out. Union attack. I don't actually know what these do, but I don't know, it seems effective, if anything. Yeah. What else? Yeah, the last quest was weird, because the previous boss was really easy, but it still seemed at least more dramatic than the previous one. Just fighting an enemy that basically is a reskin, and weaker at that, it's just kind of weird. At least the Wyvern was a unique enemy, despite going down really easily. Also, one difference in this game compared to the previous game is I guess you can actually play 3 characters in this. You can only have a party of 2 in that game.
これでクエストクリアだな。
あれ？何も起こらないよ。
おかしいな。他にも怪物がいて、そいつらも討伐しなきゃいけないとか。
いえ、その必要はないみたいですよ。
なんだ？いきなり地面が揺れ始めたぞ。
地震？来ます。3、2、1。
いきなり地面から水が吹き上げたぞ。
びっくりした。何かが爆発したかと。 元に戻ってクエストクリアですね。
まさか最後にこんな仕掛けがあるとは思わなかったな。
本当だよ。びっくりして腰が抜けちゃうところだった。パパ、ママ、あれ見てください。あ、虹だ。
あ、すごい。吹き上げた水のおかげでできたんだな。
私、初めて虹を見ました。
VR 世界とは思えないくらいだよ。ああ、そうだ。
どうしたの？
ここで家族写真撮らないか？もうこんなに綺麗な虹は見られないかもしれないしさ。記念にちょうどいいだろ。
はい、賛成です。もうさっきまでクエストのことしか考えてなかったくせに調子いいんだから。
そうと決まれば虹が消える前に撮るぞ。ゆい、
わかった。ゆいちゃんは私とキリト君の間ね。
それじゃあ行くぞ。はい、チーズ。
Wait a minute, so who's actually taking the picture?
ああ、バッチリだよ。
パパ、ママ、ありがとうございます。
ゆいが喜んでくれてよかったよ。
ゆいちゃん、これからも家族3人でたくさん写真。はい。
Yeah, it's hard to gauge dialogue. Wait, original outfit? I gotta see this. What does that even mean? Is this one? Is this like the orange costume? Or not? Oh, what is it original? I meant original to this game. Okay, makes sense. Kind of deceptive wording. I thought it would have been the first season costume, but oh well. There's a male icon, sorts, menu, party, messages. I never read this one actually. Now we talked about this before, but it feels strange being back in the virtual world with everyone like this again. I've been thinking about why I'd go on new adventures with you again despite all the bad things that happened in the past. Maybe I've wound up becoming a total gamer like you. LOL. Hey Kirito, I was just thinking, when's... Wait a minute. Okay, so like how do you celebrate the birthday of an AI? Actually, that's a very good question. It's like, is it when the game is released? Like the release date of the game? I guess. I mean, what else would it be? Oh well. Family photo done. So, let's go see what the other gang is up to now.
キリトじゃねえか。今戻ってきたんか。
ああ、エギルたちの方が早かったみたいだな。
いや、俺たちもさっき戻ってき
Oh yeah, just ignore the fact that we did totally another separate quest in the meantime, but yeah, we just got done.
ああ、かなり面白かったよ。時がいがあるクエストだったぜ。
あ、キリト、帰ってきてたんだ。クエストお疲れ様。相変わらずご活躍のようね。そっちのクエストはどうだったの？ちゃんとクリアしてレアアイテムゲットしたよ。エギルさんがすっごく頼もしかったんですよ。バトルの時に前衛で構えててくれたから攻撃しやすかったな。
悪いな、くらい。俺ばっかり目立つ。
Oh, they're acting like that's actually something unusual.
まさかエギルにいいところ持ってかれるとは。
クラインの活躍はさておき、滑り出しは
Can incline from it. How about like the entire series?
攻略も進めていこうぜ。
あ、そういえば鍛冶屋ってどこにあるの？ここにはリズの店もないし、武器を強化できないと困るわよね。
それについては俺にちょっと心当たりがあるんだ。しばらくしたら工房に寄ってくれ。それじゃ今日はこれで失礼するぜ。
おいおい。
When exactly is later on. Yep, I've heard that before.
エギルさん、私たちを工房に集めて何をするんだろう。
まあ 行ってみればわかるんじゃないか。
そうだね。
Cautiously optimistic.
なあみんな、まだ時間あるけどどうする？
悪い。俺はちょっと風林火山の連中と約束があるんで、しばらく別行動させてもらうぜ。
そうか、またなクライン。
それじゃあとりあえず情報収集しつつ、サブクエストとか受けてみたらいいんじゃない？うん、それいいね。酒場にあるクエストカウンターに行くとサブクエストを受けられるのよね。キリト君、早速行ってみようよ。
So now the full party. No, wait, not the full party. More of the party, I should say, has opened up. So I think I'll switch out characters now. Yeah, I'm gonna just switch a couple things around. And who should we go with? Wow, level discrepancy. 5, 5, 5. Casino's kind of... Yeah, I'm gonna just do this. Have one character basically has high... is that a pretty decent level? Just to make it easier for leveling up and stuff. Plus I haven't played Xenon very much. She's kind of a ranged attacker, so that's kind of cool. And kind of difficult at the same time, because pretty much everyone else fights up close. Fun fact, I've actually been in here before, but this cutscene doesn't trigger apparently.
ここがクエストカウンターですね。利用方法を聞くことができるようですよ。ここでは様々なクエストを受けることができます。依頼を受けてその依頼を完了すると謝礼が支払う。受けられる依頼はその時々で変わるので、たまに覗いてみてくださいね。
Looks like only one quest is available right now. Wow, that sucks. Well, might as well do the one thing that's available. Stop the blue things, kill slimes, found near the windmill. That sounds easy enough. So, just head out and just run. Really weird running animations in this game. It definitely feels like a handheld game. It's just upscaled sometimes. Some of the environments actually look really good, but the character models look kinda basic. So, okay, so interestingly enough, I should point out first, she doesn't really have a lot of magic, just dark magic. But yeah, she has like ranged attacks, can mash triangle. This is her heavy attack, actually. You can see the stamina bar depleting. It's actually kind of a cheap way to win. Just snipe. Then again, that's kind of what she does. She is a sniper. So, yeah, kind of her role. So yeah, you can lock on and still actually fire like this, manually. Charge attack. Need to find someone else actually. Other charged attack. That one doesn't seem to actually be helpful. It's just like spray and pray. But I guess if you were surrounded by lots of guys, it actually would be pretty helpful. But under the circumstances, not really. All in all, Xenon is kind of a boring character to play as. I'm just discovering. So actually we're going back to town, because I just remembered there's an achievement in this game that we can actually get really easily. Yeah, I got a couple achievements off screen from like my 5 to 10 minutes of experimenting, only like, oh, you started the game kind of stuff. But there's another achievement that I think is in the game. I recall reading about it, but I hope it's still in. But we haven't actually played Leafa. She's been in a party like the entire game, by the way. I mean, she's been available as a playable character in the entire game, and we haven't actually played her at all. So, let's try to get a trophy while we're at it. If you notice a party setup, you might already know where we're going with this trophy. If you like read the manga, spin-offs and what else? Yeah, I think it was just a manga. It wasn't even a light novel like the main series or progressive even. Basically, we have the 3 characters who don't get a lot of screen time, famously. So, oh, cutscene for a side quest. That seems kind of excessive. I mean, it's a side quest. Hence, side, like, not as important. Tertiary. Okay, Leafa actually has a pretty decent combat style, I will fully admit. Even if I don't like the character, actually. Very fast, kind of. Not as fast as Asuna, I would say, or Kirito even, which makes perfect sense, by the way. But seems to have more, like, punch behind it, which I think is actually pretty cool. She has wind magic, again being a sylph, as previously mentioned. Pretty much everyone seems to get healing magic, which I'm okay with. That's one of my least favorite things in an RPG, when you have like one healer and you have to like divide your party. That's the worst. It helps us a lot, actually. Like Final Fantasy games, where they're like, oh well, we should split up. You have to be really careful to have multiple healers, classes basically powered up. Like, have multiple people who are capable of healing, otherwise you could be completely screwed. Esper management, Guardian Forces management, and so on. You really have to make sure you have a pretty balanced party. There's also an achievement apparently for killing 5... I think I just got it. I think I just got it, actually. I'm gonna check, because I was just gonna say there's an achievement, for, a trophy for something, but I think I totally just unlocked it by accident. Defeat 5 more enemies at the same time with a single attack. Yeah, I got it by accident. Resurrect the party member. That's gonna be tricky, because I haven't had a party member actually die. I have a heal move, but I don't actually know how easy it is for people to actually die in this game. And Leafa's actually a pretty good character. And to be honest, I do find her character arc interesting. I just feel like the anime portrays her as being a little bit, I don't think she's portrayed very well. I don't think her story is carried across as well as, it comes across as well as it should. So yeah, I feel like she's an underrated character, I would say, just because her introduction is so horrible. But that being said, I do think she is kind of one of the weaker characters in the series. Mostly just because I think she lacks spunk. She's kind of flat, one-dimensional kind of character, ironically. Being a main character of a whole story arc, and in the Japanese version being on the cover of this game even. There were 2 covers, if I'm not mistaken, the collector's edition and the regular cover, and I think the regular cover in Japan had Kirito and Leafa, and the collector's edition is basically the same as the international cover for both consoles, with Kirito and Asuna sitting. Ow. Yeah, I'm liking this combat style. I usually like sword characters in RPGs anyway. The fact that there are a lot of sword characters is cool. In Final Fantasy XIV: The Realm Reborn, I actually tried, and I went with a archer class. And actually, I think I went with the cat race too, because I think I just seen the one story arc, the guy, what was it, Caliber? And I was like, okay. Again, Xenon is like my favorite character in the series, so I just want to go for a cat archer, just for that novelty. And how do we know if we've... I wonder how long we've actually been done with the quest. Whoops. I accidentally cancel flying animations all the time. Those guys are always there, by the way. They're really high level, so I'm sure they give a lot of EXP, but they're kind of a pain to fight. Let's see. Yep, they didn't even have to use the Union gauge. I don't even know what that is, really. I don't know what benefit that has. They haven't explained it in the game. Run! Also, it's weird how you have unlimited stamina in towns. That is the wrong building. Now, I'm going to be trying to switch out characters on a semi-regular basis until I unlock a certain character, who I'll probably pretty much permanently have in my party. Let's start with a test run. Got money and healing potions. Okay, apparently, was I mistaken about the trophy? I don't know. Maybe that was the Vita version I'm thinking of. I thought there was an achievement for basically clearing a mission or side quest with these 3 characters, but nothing actually happened. Because based on the one manga, Sword Art Online Girls Ops, which basically featured the 3 girl characters. I think it might be concurrent with the Gun Gale Online arc, but I'm not sure. Basically, like showing what they were all doing in ALO during the Gun Gale story arc. I'm not really sure. I haven't read it. I plan to, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. Because I'm still working on like 5 different manga right now. These guys are guild leaders.
さすがにアップデート直後を狙ってきたプレイヤーたちは多いね。
実力がない者ほど出し抜こうとする。
君が噂のリーファの兄貴にキリト君だね。自己紹介は私からさせてもらおう。私は昨夜シルフの漁師をしている。私たちの種族シルフのリーダーなんだよ。
Don't forget, or bad things will happen.
この猫娘がアリシャルー、ケットシーの漁師だ。
That's her famous black swordsman.
騒がしいのがたまに傷だが、まあ私の茶飲み友達なのでな、仲良くしてやってくれ。そしてこの男が
Eugene. I feel like that is meant to be more intimidating than it actually sounds because maybe I don't know, it's a Japanese series. I feel like they just randomly pick names sometimes. But it's like, I'm Eugene. It's like, that doesn't, to like Americans, I don't think that really sounds that intimidating. And now? Wow, sick burn. Yeah, it's so scary, my sprite is shaking. Yeah, that's another thing, is in the anime they do establish that there's no PvP in towns. And no goodbye from him. I'm moving on as well. Yep, we can leave this town, I would assume, at some point. I have to look up the trophy off screen, try to figure out why it didn't pop. Or maybe it did, and it's just because another trophy took precedence. What, it's break time? Crowd rooster. Ah. Oh. I wasn't sure if we had to actually walk like 5 steps.
そういえばエギルさんがしばらくしたら工房に寄ってくれって言ってましたね。そうね。何をやってるのかしらね。
よしみんな、今日はこれで解散だ。
みんな行ったわね。
そうだな。
I'm not actually. Yeah, I haven't seen this part of the game, so Oh, that was a lot more anticlimactic than I thought it would be.
ゆいちゃん、おはよう。工房の方に人が集まっているようですよ。何か事件があるのかもしれません。
気になるな。あ、よし、行ってみるか。ゆい、みんなにも声かけてくれるか。
はい、パパ。
But we are going to have to call it for now, so let's switch a party again for next time, and I'm gonna leave her in, and try to keep people leveling pretty evenly, which is difficult. So next time we will be investigating what's happening in the plaza. Apparently big doings, so better check in and see what is up. Thank you for watching.